Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have visitors. What is your name?
Victor.
Victor, he's shy. What is your name?
Vicky.
Vicky, this is the whole me. So guys, welcome back and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ruth Masharia, the mother of two, and this is the second part of my story. Rejection is live. I'm not insisting on this, but I'm trying to cut up because so many people have been covering up the truth and it has been biting and killing them. So today I came with my children just to confirm to you, like, I have been talking of having kids, like, oh my god, I love my two beautiful kids. She's Vicky, 12 years old, and Victor, who is 10 years old. I have raised them all alone. It has been a journey, but accepted journey to my life. And being a single mother, it does not affect me. I don't care what people talk about it. I don't even mind what people, like, I don't care. All what I care is seeing my children looking healthy and fairly strong in school. I'm also like, they are my pillars, they are source of my energy, because every time I look at them, I always push harder beyond the limit. Regardless, the past cannot hold me. Past cannot put me like down to the point, as long as I have these two beautiful souls with me. Thank you so much, guys. My two guests will just leave as I continue to narrate my story, but I have laced them. They have been like the only reason I have tried to conquer rejection. And the second episode is all about rejection, heroism, and also success, of which success is endless. So I'm coming up with like, I brought them in limelight to know, like, they know about me. My daughter one day will do a video about her life, her experience with me as a single mother. Like, I'm their papa, I'm their mama, but I take it positively. That is why I look younger than them. Who is mother here? Who is mama?
Yeah.
Oh my god, they feel like, oh, mommy is so beautiful. I'm beautiful. My soul is beautiful. I may keep things in head, like just as usual, as reading a book, but I don't take things so serious. Thank you so much, guys, and see you to the next, as I continue with narrating my story as a rejected child, but a child who also accepted herself regardless the ups and downs. I have been like so careful because of these two souls, and I don't regret having children at the tender age. I don't care, but I know how important my children are, and they have been bringing happiness and motivation. Like, Ruth, you have to live. It doesn't matter who hates you. You have two beautiful souls that loves you regardless my weakness. When everything went upside down and I felt like I have given up, I came up with a solution to my heart and I started doing music. I could write down music just to soothe my heart, to give myself comfort. Because when I gave birth to my son, I felt like I would like to die. Like, I don't have any hope. Like, everything has turned down. Like, there is nothing that I can feel like it's good for me to live. But I was minding my children, regardless how was it was. But on the other hand, I had a spirit like, I am destined for greatness. So guys, I came up with music, and this is my first album. It consists of 7 songs. They were supposed to be 8, and I am up to re-record once again. This is my first album. I hope you guys sing it so well. It's a music all about comforting myself. It's a gospel music, and it was on the way to go. You can see they are about 8 songs actually. So my life was so down such that you don't have solution. All you're looking for is like where to get the source of happiness, because I was not ready to die young. And with my children, I had I have future. When you have children, when you have kids allowed you use it's a way of continuous generation from where you are. So I came up with so many stuffs, so many creation. I started working, and still my child was under 1 month. I could still work, I could still act. Actually, I even acted a comedy. It was not literally a comedy, it was a movie like that, Once God Will Come. And that is how I gained a lot of strength. And later on, I relocated from home, and I stayed in a nearby center where I was paying a house rent of 500. And I stayed for about 3-4 months. Then I went to a good house actually, but then that was a good house for me because I was paying 700. That time I had bed. The house I was living for 500, I had no bed. Oh god. So I had no bed, so I was like still believing like one day I'll live a good life. And that is why I'm not just speaking this out. I want to encourage you there. You giving up, stop giving up. Then I ended up living in a 700 rent house, and a bed. I bought a bed worth 1500. So you can imagine it was already used bed. And then I stayed, and I then moved to a 900 rent house. Then from there I went to a good house worth 1500. That time I had chairs, I bought TV, I bought woofer, I bought so many things. Actually, I decided not to turn back for regardless my small babies. At that time my daughter joined nursery school, and my son later joined nursery school. My children were growing. That was what pushed me ahead. Like, even if I give up, there are people who are willing to continue, and actually not continue, they are growing up. So they joined nursery school. They later joined my daughter joined grade 1, class 1 then. And we also moved to then I moved from my home area, and then I moved back to Nairobi. Okay, in Nairobi I came to as a hairdresser because I have so many talent. The reason why I don't give up, I have so many talent. I'm a hairdresser, I am a musician, you can see a testimony. I am also actress. That time during those times when I come back to Nairobi, I started acting drama in series in local TV station, in Noro TV. So, and I found like I am not contented. The problem was coming from my heart that this is not your destiny. You are destined to a higher ground. And then I started running, also acting, doing odd jobs. Like, I could come to your house and do cleanings, and then I grew strong every day. And then I forgot like I am hated, I am rejected. I started loving myself, like I started falling in love with my children. And that is how I started growing back to who I am. You become what you think and that is reality. So I started thinking of me living in a, when I came to Nairobi, I lived in a mabati house. It was 2,500. Still, it was hectic paying rent, but I kept pushing until the time I was unable to pay rent for 2 months. Then my landlord told me, Ruth, I am not asking you for any money about 2 months, but if you don't mind, the money you have, because I was paying her, and she told me you can relocate. My husband told me to tell you to relocate, find a place to go. Then I ended up with a house rent was 3,000. It was 4,500. It was 4,500. 4,500. I was okay. Now the house was based agent, so you know agents are not jokers here in Nairobi. But I kept pushing till one day I still locked down and I could not pay my rent. Then I removed my staffs. The reason was the agent could lock my house if I have paid rent, and I had to call him because I'm a very sincere person. I had to call him and tell him, oh, don't worry, I'm bringing 200 for garbage collection in the evening. Then I could find my children sleeping on the floor because on the door, because they could not, they locked my house because of 200. What I did cut off the padlock, and now we started fighting. Like, I cut off the padlock, and the following morning I took my children to school. Then I took the padlock to police station, Keno police station, whereby I told the OCS, and who was later promoted to be police inspector general of Kiambu, I think, something like that. So I told the OCS, like, please, I'm going to work. And the agent locked my house because of only 200 shillings of garbage. Guess what, guys? The deputy commissioner was there when I was reporting myself, and I was like, guys, I have to rush to Westland because I have some work to do. Guess what, guys? I was going to Western to treat dreads, which I was to be paid 1,000, and cleaning a house, which I was to be paid 1,000. So that time I was keeping pushing. Like, 1,000 was a lot of money to me, and I was like, okay, I'll be able to pay rent, do shopping for my children, like walk them to school. And later on, I decided, like, it is life. It doesn't matter who hates me. I have to live. I have to live. So what I did was simple calculation, and I decided to, wait a minute, I decided to continue living. Like, even the OCS could call me to the office and ask me some questions, because there are times that I had a case, I was depressed enough that I had beaten my children, whereby the neighbors took me to police station, and I outspoke myself to police. I told them, I don't know what is coming into my head, but I'm depressed, I'm feeling like, so they were planning to take my children to orphanage, but the OCS saw something unique in me, and he told me, that time he was pursuing I think degree in criminology, so he was there for me. Like, I was his first patient as in part of psychology. So he guided me. Every day he told me, look, I am not going to take your children away. I know your children look good. You are the one with the problem, but do you have family? I told him yes. And why are you not telling your mother to take care of your children as you hustle here in Nairobi and help them? And I told him, I was like, I had to cry, and I told him I cannot, because she is the reason I am suffering. Why do I have to lie? And I narrated the whole story, and the guy was like, I see potential in you. So I started combining training, going to work, and everything. So the agent was bad. Like, he started fighting me all over, changing the toilet padlocks those days, and I just moved out. That day I slept in church. prayer room. So it was fracas, up and down, come up, come go. There was no happiness, but I was like, I don't have somewhere to go to seek the happiness I am looking for. So what, guys, I did, I decided, like, I told my pastor, his reverend, and he stood by me. He told me, don't worry, life must go on. And I rented another house worth 2,500, now going back. But above all, I was not giving up. I was not giving up for anything. I was in belief one day this will end, and in church preaching, people that I could meet could tell, don't worry, this is something that will end. So guys, I moved on, and I stayed for 2 months. And guess what? I have been training. Those days I started training, running crazily. I started joining some lands in parklands, and I met so many people. And I met a Brazilian guy. He is a professor at Strathmore University, and the guy was like to encourage me. We didn't know each other. He had no any intention, but he got an injury. And with my previous experience, so I told him, I can treat your injury. So I treated his injury, and he asked me, if you don't mind, you can come to Strathmore for tutorial with a physiotherapist there, so you can become a physiotherapist. So I told him, yeah. And when the physiotherapist came to assess me, he was like, no, this girl has potential, and she has unique character within herself, and she can do better. So I did 3 months tutorial, and I learned about muscles, ligaments, tendon, and now the life started changing. So I could go to Strathmore for some training, as well as I was training, and the professor could pay me 1,000. So I moved to a 4,500 rental house, and after that my life changed, because I kept running, I kept working, I kept treating people. I was charging 1,500 for a full body session, and people could get better, their injuries could get better. So it doesn't matter who rejects you. All what I believe is how God loves you, and whatever God programmed you during creation will come to pass. So I started like treating people, started earning money, earning myself some money, and 1,500, my friend, 1 hour was like, ooh. So I was able to pay school fees for my children. I even transferred them to another school. And later on, the professor helped me to get scholarship with Norwegian Embassy, whereby I really appreciate Norwegians so much. Norwegian Loyal Embassy, it has been supportive to me. It has been the backbone to me. With Urban Swara Running Club, like I met so many people there. Then I went back to school, and I did pursue sports massage injury. I am a sport massage therapist and sport injury specialist. So I did the course, then I advanced within the school. The money I was getting from, because they kept giving me job, now the life was changing. So I continued speaking about my past and forgetting about it. Actually, the more I emptied, the more I could move on, until now I am working as sport massage therapist and sport injury specialist. And any other injury, you bring injury to me, I treat it manually. So life has changed no matter what. And when my life was changing, I started sending my mom some, some sugar, some money to buy sugar and other stuffs. But that has never been recognized. But anyway, I don't feel bad. What will I do? What can I do? I have to become who I think I am. I'm a very positive person. I live with the people positively. I have fears that I rather do good because I don't want to be hurt or hurt anyone. So I am in life of I literally don't know exactly like what can I do to hurt people. So I keep pushing, doing good, a lot of discipline, and so far so good. My children has been moving with me. The higher I come, the higher I change their level, even schooling, lifestyle, and now they are doing better. They are also in a good school. It's one of good private school, and they are doing better. Actually, my daughter is doing so well, and my son is pushing harder because they want to change mommy's life. They feel like mommy is the best. Mommy has been there for me. Mommy has never left us. Mommy has been source of our happiness. Mommy has been like everything every child would want. And being active in sport has helped me to help them to grow and become strong people, become what they would wish. I am example to them. Like they know with the sport everything is easy because thinking capability, I think I'm sharp thinker. When you ask me something, I know ways to answer you. I can answer you in 2 angles or 4 angles, but it is one. So you choose the one that you feel like. I give the intense answer, I give the moderate, I give the normal, and I also give the low part of the answer. So I'm grateful. Thank you so much, my friends. You have been there for me. In my Facebook, you have been commenting positively. I feel like you are there. Don't mind, like there are things that you can't change. So you just don't let them go forever, like when it's come to family. But you just leave it. You just leave it. I don't owe anybody grudge. I am a happy person, and sport has helped me to build my courage, my strength. Sport has also helped me to meet with so many people. I have some guys like in Urban Swara Learning Club. It's one of the best and local and international recreational learning club here in Nairobi. I have met so many people. Actually, it consists of so many people of like VIPs, and I have met with them, I interact with them, I dine with them. It doesn't matter their status, but they take me as who I am. So you are there, you are struggling with rejection. Let them reject you, but don't reject yourself. That is the most worst thing you can do. You can keep pushing. If they belong to you, they will come back to you. I'm going to read something here, and I'm going to read something I just decided to say. It is one of my best thing. Like I keep doing readings and I find out myself where I am. No matter who you are facing, no matter who you are facing, remember, I'm a Christian. In the book of Deuteronomy chapter 20, verse 4, it says, the Lord your God is the one who goes with you to fight for you against your enemies, to give you victory. So, I believe God cannot come physically, but He can bring good people to your life. God cannot come physically, but He can bring the best in your life. I give a smile because I cried. Actually, I cried. Have you ever cried until your tears dries up? Like, I cannot cry. Sometimes I feel like emotionally I'm so broken. But on the other hand, I feel like, how can I cry? So, yes, I wet my eyes, but I literally don't cry, that deep crying, hurting crying. No. I think I have grown to the next level of like, it is well with me. So, you have to set new standard in your life for being a good person. Don't wait for the rest of the world to be nice, to encourage you, and to treat you the way you want. No. Be the person in your world. Be the person in your world who start that trend now. Start trading. Wake up from that den of hatred, from that den of rejection, from that den of don't prison yourself. Just walk it out. Move from that level. You don't belong there. You have to fight it. It is you. Become a better you. Fight for your happiness, because nobody will give you happiness. I'm sorry to say this. You are the first person to be that architecture of your happiness. Build that happiness in you. Fight. Be that strong person people don't know. Don't be pushed by occurrences, hatred, rejection. Actually, it is not part of you. You are you. You become who you think. So, you have no idea how that might impact someone who needs it. Yes, my courage will impact so many people. Stop sitting down, killing yourself. Like, there are so many cases that has happened. So many people have killed their children because of rejection. I think that is the result of rejection. Because you are worried, like, what I am in this family, they don't want to see me because I have given birth in. Okay, you gave birth with a husband, then the husband or your boyfriend drew you out from the relationship. You become that mother. You become that single parent. Don't worry about that. Just walk out of it. Don't kill those children. They will bring happiness. Like me, how I raise my children all alone and give them the best. I know I impact so many people. So, with my learnings, my sport, I impact so many people. I stop minding about rejection. Yes, I feel because I'm a human being, but I don't now take it seriously. And that is why I cannot start crying like, oh, I am like, no. I decided to move on. And that is why I'm speaking it out. So, whatever you do will impact someone who need it, and what will come back to you because of it. Strong. Become who you think. Become the love of your life. Love yourself no matter what. The life is sweet. Thank you so much, guys, for listening to my story. Don't convince yourself you are giving up. Convince yourself there is still good tomorrow ahead of you. Future, the next hour, the next minute, God can change your life. I am so humbled to have you, my viewers. Thank you so much, and continue subscribing and sharing my video. Click that notification button. Kindly leave a sweet comment, and I love you so much. And the next video will not be that rejection stuff. It will be more of sport. What sport can take you? Where sport can take you? What sport can change in you? Especially mentally. Mentally, I'm very strong because of sport. So, thank you so much, and I feel humbled, and thank you for watching, and become a better you, because you, and no copy of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much.